Chicken Little. This is a film that people say that's a lot better than Home on the Range because Home on the Range was the actual, or technically, the actual death of the 2D Disney animated films. Also, they say that Chicken Little is actually better, but sit. Yeah, pretty much sit. But people are debating whether or not this is actually good or not. But for me, much like the last film, I do think this is a better film than Home on the Range, but I still think it's just okay. I think it's a pretty decent film. Um, why? Well, let's take a look at the story. It's about a chick. Well, based off the fable and of course the remake of the Disney short one that came out in the 30s or 40s. No, that came out in the 40s called Chicken Little. It's about the chicken named Chicken Little, voiced by Zach Braff, who basically claims that the sky is falling. Of course, people don't believe him, and his father, surprisingly played by director Gary Marshall, or the director of the Princess Bride movies and Pretty in Pink, like and Overboard. Well, yeah, it's that guy. I didn't know he did the voice of the father character. But anyway, people consider him as a laughing stock, and poor Chicken Little just wants to get better and stuff, and you do, and quite understandably so. But he does have friends though, like a dog named Abby Mallard. Wait, Abby Mallard? Or that ain't. Wait, what? Is she related to Drake Mallard, aka Darkwing Duck? What is he, like a niece or a long lost daughter or something? No, well, I don't know. But she's played by Joan Cusack from the Toy Story trilogy, and there's another character named Run to the Litter, voiced by Steve Zahn, and Fish Out of Water, and some other characters like a fox named Foxy, voiced by Amy Sedaris, and the mayor Turkey, voiced by Don Knotts, and some other characters. One of them voiced by Patrick Warburton, but I will get to that in a minute. But Chicken Little does win a baseball game for the town, so that way he could actually be more appreciated, and it actually kind of works. Right, well, sorry, it actually kind of works. But again, another piece of the sky actually falls onto his head. He doesn't want to tell anybody, but he actually did have to tell everybody. Well, he had to discover an alien spaceship, but the alien spaceship loses one of their kind, in a cornfield, all because they were being followed by the aliens, thinking that the aliens were going to destroy the planet, and of course, the people who don't live in the town don't believe in him, and they act so mean to him, and the father character, doesn't believe him at first. And you see what I'm getting at right now? It's so generic and kind of mean-spirited. Well, that's probably you guess my problem, but I'll talk about it in a minute. But of course, they do believe him, and then, they save the world. And it was just a big misunderstanding, like no actual real villain, and so much like Brother Bear. And so, yeah. Here's my problem with the film. It's not the story. The number one problem I hate about this film is the people that live in the town. Those characters. I hate them. They are terrible. They are just too damn mean to Chicken Little. The father character, well, I don't know. Maybe he's not that. Yeah, he's kind of the same thing. He does nothing, wants nothing to do with his child or something. But then he will learn his lesson at the end. I do kind of root for him, but at least he's not as bad as those people. But they're just too damn mean to that character, and the film is surprisingly kind of mean-spirited. Honestly, but at least they're not in the film for that long because there's even a pointless cameo from Patrick Warburton as one of the aliens or something. But that actually hasn't happened until the ending of the film. And he's only in there for like a few seconds, and that's it. So that's all the bad stuff. Let's talk about the good stuff. The animation itself, it's actually pretty impressive. I guess it is the weakest of the Disney animated films, for their 3D animation department. But you gotta give credit that this is their first time doing a 3D pictures without any help with Pixar. But thank God that their animation does get a lot better in the future. But what do you call it? But as it is pretty decent animation. What else do I like? The characters, the main characters, like the loser gang. I like Chicken Little like Chicken Little. I do like him a lot. I do feel bad, and you do feel like the emotions that he's going through. And I also do like his best friends that are supporting characters. They're very enjoyable enough, and they can be very funny too. Oh, what do you call it? The alien characters are fine as well. I like them a lot. Um, like I like how they actually like feel like they're like robot octopuses or stuff. In the spaceship UFOs and stuff are kind of like Independence Day ships, but they're kind of cool to look at. Like there are some good humor as well, but some of the jokes, of course, that's another problem as well. Some of them are kind of confusing. I won't give away, but but it does seem pretty noticeable. So on the whole, Chicken Little is pretty hit and miss. I was like, there's some things I really like, but there's a couple of things I really don't like, and there's one thing I really hate. It's kind of the same reaction as Home on the Range, but I do think this is better than that film. Also, I guess it's a guilty pleasure as well from that film, but if you guys haven't seen it yet, well, I guess you're not missing much. And I do feel it's a shame because this is from the same director of The Emperor's New Groove and Cats Don't Dance. And so, yeah, this is definitely his weakest film, and this is actually the last film he has ever directed. I don't know, maybe he will return to animation, but that's pretty much it. But that's basically my opinion. I think the film is just okay. So if you haven't seen it yet, if you want to check it out, I guess you're not missing much, but you can go ahead and check it out. It's not really going to injure any, but it is very mean-spirited, and it has some really unlikable characters. But you'll like the main characters fine. But if you haven't seen it yet, just comment below, click like on the video, follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe and share, and I will see you in the next video. I'm the Bostonian Critic, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, take care.